difficult people, dealing with difficult people, managing difficult people, working with difficult people. Training courses abound in the area of difficult people. But are the people always difficult, or are they different? Is it the person, or is it their behaviour? Now, any of these sound familiar? He doesn't complete work on time. She always wants to talk to me. He's so loud. She never joins in the discussion. If so, how are you managing this complaint? Are you considering that a person may be difficult, or have you considered that they may be different? It's important to consider whether you're dealing with a difficult person or a different person, because the strategies you choose to manage the situation are completely different. Consider this. If you had somebody with a broken leg and somebody else with an infected leg, would you manage those injuries the same way? They sound similar, broken leg, infected leg, but because there are variances in the injury, so too are there variances in the treatment. And it's the same in the workplace. Are you dealing with difficult people, or are you dealing with different people? Now, you're probably well and truly familiar with the difficult people. They're the negative Nancy's. They're the I'm better than you are. They're the I have to be in the spotlight people. So they're difficult people. Whereas different people are those who come to work. They want to do a great job, but unbeknownst to them, some of their behaviours annoy others in the workplace. They simply work differently. Let's take John, for example. Now, he doesn't set out to annoy anybody, but John does his best work when there's a deadline looming. Others consider him to be lazy and disorganised. Some of his best work is done when he's under pressure. Whereas Brandy, on the other hand, likes to be well organised, likes to have things completed ahead of schedule. So can you see that there potentially could be issues between Brandy and John? John becomes annoyed because Brandy is often at his desk reminding him of the pending deadlines, which John is well aware of. It's important that your staff can identify different people. One of the ways that you can do this with them is to take them through an activity of people's preferred style of operating in the workplace. John prefers to work to deadlines, and Brandy to be organised and completed ahead of time. Neither is being difficult. Both are following their preferred way of operating. When I facilitate sessions like this, I ask the group, who came to work last week and was annoyed by somebody in the workplace? And usually 100% of hands go up. So a bit of a giggle there. But then I follow with, well, who came to work last week with the intention of annoying somebody in the workplace? And no hands go up there. So at this stage, people are starting to think, well, what is going on? How is this possible? During these sessions, I work with the group and we start working out how people prefer to work. Do they prefer a quiet environment or a noisy environment? Do they prefer to come into work and get their work done and then about 10 o'clock start talking to people? Or do they like to come into work, start having a chat with people and then start working? Going through activities like this, and you can make them fun, really helps people identify the different working styles within their team and across the business. And it helps them realise their colleague isn't being difficult. They are simply different in their operating styles. And once people know that, then they can work out some strategies. So they can maybe, in this situation with Brandy and John, Brandy could go ahead and just check if there's anything that John needs, and that's the once only check-in, knowing that John is aware of the deadline and that John performs. But because people now have a better understanding of their different working styles, then there can be less stress, and then this idea of he's just annoying to work with dissipates, because people have a better understanding of others' operating styles. Providing an opportunity for your staff to gain an understanding and an insight into their colleagues' preferred style of operating can help reduce the potential for conflict. So when you receive your next complaint from an employee, ask yourself firstly, is this a situation with a difficult person or a different person? And that will help you identify a relevant strategy. Now, if you're looking for some other tips around managing conflict in the workplace, here are 3 posts that can help. Another option you have is to contact us to see how we may be able to help you. I'm Andrea Doyle, Workplace Mediator and Conflict Manager. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.